What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Y'all know what it is. Don't forget to share and subscribe, man, and hit the bell icon so you know when I upload a video or when we go ahead and go live, which I plan on going live sometime this afternoon. But it's the breakdown prediction that Errol Spence Jr. taking on Carlos Ocampo, and this fight is very, very prevalent and relevant because Errol Spence is headlining the card in Dallas, Texas, coming back as a world champion and not just as a contender or prospect. So, he's headlining at the Dallas Starlow Stadium in Frisco, Texas, right outside of Dallas, at the little, Cowboys little practice facility that holds, like, for a boxing match, it might hold from 12 to 16,000 from what I hear. Carlos Ocampo is a virtually unknown fighter to the United States. There's plenty of fights of him with Takate in boxing on YouTube, and quite honestly, this is just gonna be a showcase fight, man. Ocampo does nothing very, 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 very well, let alone do anything good. It seems like he has good height and good length, but he's not fast. But we can do a traditional breakdown. Start off with Carlos Ocampo, man. His best thing is his jab. He got a good left hook, good right hand to the body. That's his best punch I seen him throw on tape. Was a good hard right hand to the body. And he's going to need a lot of that. He can drop people. He can stop people. He's undefeated. But basically nobody on his list. And just like as usual, the IBF has a terrible top 15. And this is another terrible top 15. But, he's a big, long, tough kid. I think he's really, really, really tough, though. I think he ain't going to come here to lay down, though. But ultimately, he just ain't got it done, man. He ain't got enough tools in the bag. This is a fight where his handlers should have saved himself. But obviously, saved him. But obviously, he ain't going to get this opportunity again. Because, I'm not even sure if he would be Constantine Pullmarv, man. Let alone Ugis, Devin Alexander. Rashidi Speedy Ellis would have beat the shit out of this kid right now. This kid is just simply not ready for this opportunity. But there's no guarantees that Carlos Ocampo will ever get back to this level. So he had to take the fight. But obviously, he don't have much defense. He a big, strong kid. He looked like I said, he had a good, strong left jab, man. He got good right hand to the body. He got some solid hooks, but ultimately, he's just not athletic enough and not skillful enough to keep up with Errol Spence. We know what Errol Spence brings to the table. A lot of power, a lot of just aggressiveness, and what you wanted, jab. He had one of the best. I think he had the best jab at the welterweight division. Good body work, good hooks, good uppercut. He's a southpaw. I'm not sure how many southpaws Carlos Ocampo has fought before because he's an orthodox fighter. Errol Spence is undefeated, strong as an ox. I want to talk about weaknesses. Weaknesses for Errol Spence is, sometimes, he don't react getting hit a lot, but he does, opportunities to get hit. But I think his defense is underrated. He rolls and blocks and punches with his high guard. But ultimately, he don't give you opportunities come right down the middle. He's aggressiveness. So when you're aggressive, there's always opportunities to eat and hit him. So Carlos Ocampo, when he comes in the middle, he's going to have to use his jab to split that guard and be aggressive. But ultimately, Errol Spence has no real glaring weaknesses at 147. He might not be the fastest. He might, give you opportunities to cash in and hit him. But he's aggressive, But Carlos Ocampo, obviously, experience is the biggest, weakness he has. He hasn't fought nowhere near this level. You can look at Jaime Munguia and see that, he got skills. I think he can thrive on this level. You can kind of see he's 21. You look at his skills and things that he do. Carlos Ocampo, his skill level don't pop up on tape like that. He's a very, very bland and basic fighter. He does nothing exceptional, nothing great on film. He's a big, strong kid, and that's what's it. It's really nothing that he does great, but he does a lot of things okay. Ultimately, how I see this fight gonna go, man. Let's go into this one. Carlos Ocampo needs to pray before he gets in the ring. He needs to use that jab, double, triple it up. Put the right hand to the body. He needs to be aggressive and try to, use that jab to keep Errol Spence from coming in. Put the right hand behind the jab, mix in the left hook. A lot of body work, and just stick and move. He can move a little bit as well, but he got to just use his height and reach and keep Errol Spence on the outside. But ultimately, he gonna have to sit there and fight with Errol Spence on the inside. And Ocampo can fight on the inside a little bit, but ultimately he's tall and long. Errol's shorter shots to get there quicker, crisper shots to get there quicker. Ultimately, for Errol Spence, he need to be himself. Use that jab and and walk this guy down immediately. His movement ain't good enough where, it's like Lamont Peterson or Kell Brook. Ultimately Errol Spence will figure this kid out, stop the movement, give him an ass whooping and kill his body, and ultimately go to the head. Ocampo is tough, man. He's a really, really tough guy, a strong guy. He's a young kid, so he ain't got a lot of wear and tear on his body, So I think he's gonna survive a little bit long, man. And I think he's gonna survive at least into the fourth round, man, fourth or fifth round. Ultimately, this is a horrible mismatch, man. I understand that Carlos Ocampo, he might not get the shot again, at any section of belt body, so he had to take it. But he's clearly just not ready for a fighter caliber Errol Spence, shit, let alone Ugis, let alone Devin Alexander or Rashidi Speedy Ellis. Another guy that's underrated was Golden Boy. He's not an upper echelon top fighter, in my opinion. He's not a top 10 welterweight in any of the section of belt bodies. He ain't fought nobody, man. Even if he fought Constantine Poolmarv, I'm not 100% sure he would have won. But I'm not trying to shit on this kid's parade, but he's just simply not ready, I think, he has 0.1% chance of beating Errol Spence. And that's just being kind. He just simply don't have enough experience, man. But at the end of the day, when the money is right and the way it is right with Errol Spence, he had to take the fight. Now, ultimately, you're going to have to, be a big boy and put your big boy pants on and go to work and prove something. And what he can do, even in a loss, is prove that he can hang on this level. He's tough, and he can give it, he can take it and give it again. But ultimately, he's going to get wrecked. And hopefully, they had a towel on deck waving in the corner, because Errol Spence, in front of his hometown, he's not one of them guys like Adrian Broner who's half focused, half not focused, depending on the opponent, just already confident enough and expect to win. Errol Spence is going to train for a 12-round battle. And after what Terrence Crawford did last week to Jeff Horn, Errol Spence is going to be looking to one-up Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Truly. He's going to be looking to make an example of Carlos Ocampo. The only reason I say Ocampo probably makes it to the fourth or fifth round or even later is because he's a tough kid. He's a big physical kid. And he got a little bit of foot movement. He can battle on the inside a little bit. And that's going to kind of keep him in this fight or keep him in survival mode. But I don't believe the kid going to go into survival mode. So you got to worry about the guy doing the trot this weekend. This kid either going to go out on his back or you're going to put Errol Spence on his back. But ultimately, I got Errol Spence by fourth round, TKO, throwing the towel style. I just don't think Carlos Ocampo right now is a elite level, world championship level fighter. But this would be good experience. And hopefully, he get to come in America and fight more American styles, because that's another thing that's hampering him. Just fighting those Mexican style type fighters is good, but he needs to fight more of an American style and come back to America and fight again, even if it's a lower level fight. But I got Errol Spence in 4 rounds. Don't forget, check the links in the description, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You want to hit the donate, PayPal is right there. We're going to go live a little bit later in the day and talk some boxing. Any breaking news come through, we're going to speak on that as well. But y'all know what it is. It's TBC and more. One time for the one time. We gone.